49ers defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans as their next head coach. The former linebacker played for the Texans for 6 seasons. He's calling this new position his, quote, dream job. Well, there's certainly a lot to do and address there. Shannon, what's your reaction to the hire?
I'm extremely excited for him. He's going home. He's one of the greatest players in Texans history. He was Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he gets an opportunity to go home where he spent, I think Jen said he played 6 seasons there, I think from 06 to 11. I think that's what his tenure was. I'm excited, Skip. They got a lot of cap space. They got a lot of draft picks. They just need to get it right. They need to get the quarterback. They're going to get a really good one. They're going to get C.J. Stroud. They're going to get Bryce Young or Levis. Or do they go the defensive route and go with Will Anderson? You got to get a quarterback. You got to get a quarterback. You got to get a quarterback. And the question is, Skip, if we stay at 2, can we get the quarterback that we want? Or do we have to move up? If I'm in love with C.J. Anderson, Bryce Young, do I move? If I'm in love with Stroud, do I move or do I just stand pat? Because Lovey got him, Skip. Lovey got him.
He got him.
Lovey got him good, Skip. He got it.
A little parting gift. Yeah.
He got him good.
Yep.
Chicago might be willing, okay, give us those 2 first-rounders. We'll drop back 1 spot, give us 2 first-rounders, a second, third, because they need a lot of help in Chicago. But I love this, Skip. I love it. They get an opportunity. Hopefully he can last longer than all the other coaches. Now, Skip, I want to give them credit. Now, the Texans, Romeo had the interim job, and then David Culley, and then Lovey Smith. Hopefully, DeMeco can last longer than all 3 of these guys' careers together. That would be really, really nice. Not Romeo. Romeo had stopped at Cleveland and Kansas City, but I'm just saying in Houston. So I love this. Just get a quarterback. Get the right quarterback. I love that he got 6 years of security, not no little 2-3-year deal and all that other mess. I love this for DeMeco. I think the Houston Texans did their due diligence. I think they got a great job. They got a great candidate. I think he's the best fit for this job.
You said it first. I thought he had a chance to be in the mix in Denver, and you said, no, he belongs with the Texans. It also gives you a little bit more of a honeymoon period to really revamp and start over with that and rebuild a culture there that needs to be built around DeMeco. And I loved what he said yesterday. This is, as he said, my dream job. But he also said, I've always had a natural ability to lead others. I don't know him, but I sense that from just watching his body language on the sideline. He led that 49ers defense. They responded to him. I always say about the game that you played, the one pet peeve I have in the hiring process is I'm always X-factored when a coordinator gets elevated to head coach because I don't know, because what you just did has virtually nothing to do with the job you're going to have to do. Because the head job is it's all about commanding officer, CEO of the whole company. You have to run the whole show.
Not just one side of the ball.
No, and you have to deal with the media and the owner and all the stuff that goes on and all the personal problems that the players might have. You have to address and address and address. You have to lead the whole group, the whole show. You have to become the face of the franchise. I just get a feeling, a sense from watching him in action as the defensive coordinator on the sideline. He was born to do this. I get a good feel where in the past I've known so many assistant coaches and I just knew, really? Somebody said he's such a good offensive or defensive coordinator that they're going to elevate him into their head coaching position. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to name names, but I know a whole bunch. And I just knew they can't do that. They'll be overwhelmed. They'll be overmatched. How many times have we seen that? The one good thing about hiring a college coach is when Jerry Jones said, I'm bringing my good friend Jimmy Johnson, even though they weren't great friends, but I'm bringing Jimmy in. Did we not know what Jimmy did on the college level? Could you not see him in action?
But he was a head coach. He might have been at a lower level, but he was a head coach.
He was a head coach. Jim Harbaugh, when he finally got his shot in San Francisco, did we not know what he had done at Stanford and at San Diego and down the trail? Yes, he turned around these programs. So you had a sense, oh, he can be a head coach. Well, he had played pro football, so you thought he had a shot. You never know for sure. I don't know for a fact on DeMeco, but I just got a good, strong vibe feeling about his ability to command and lead. And that's what he says. It's natural born. Okay, here we go. I love this. And I love it that even though it's the second pick in the draft, they're going to get a quarterback.
Yes.
Again, you got to pick the right one, but I got a strong feeling. I don't think you can lose between Bryce Young and CJ.
Right.
I just don't.
Okay.
I think both of them are going to be very good. Let's say pretty to very good. Let's
Right.
just be objective about it and be fair about
Right.
it. Will Levis, I watched him a good bit. I don't love him. I'll be
Right.
on record right now. We haven't talked about it yet, but I see reports that he might even go one, that
Right.
somebody might trade up for Will Levis. Well, I'm like, good luck with that, because
You should have learned your lesson with Trubisky.
Okay. But it wouldn't be them. They would,
No,
they
but
would
I'm
trade
saying,
out. I know. I got it.
Deshaun was sitting right there,
He's
who
sitting right
was
there,
proven.
okay. Proven.
But here's the thing, Skip, and you said, well, you get the quarterback. Coach Belichick became a better leader of men once Tom Brady dropped in his lap. Nobody was thinking that he was a great leader of men when he was in Cleveland.
No, you have to have the right guy. And again, I didn't always love CJ at Ohio State
Right.
until the national semifinal, and I sat back and said, that is big time,
Yes.
what he did to that defense, because he had him on the ropes for a while.
He did.
Okay, and you and I both just love Bryce Young. You want to talk about natural-born leader? He's just a little undersized, but he plays about as big and as clutch as you can play.
And you can't play on a more pressurized situation in Alabama.
Nope.
You don't get any more pressure than that.
Okay, allow me to go one other direction.
Okay.
David Tepper did a press conference yesterday introducing his new head coach, who unfortunately isn't the interim head coach, Steve Wilks, who should have been instead of Frank Reich, and we both agreed on that.
Right.
And then this is what David Tepper said. We have probably the most diverse executive team in the NFL right now. We are probably a minority of white men on our executive team right now. That's where it starts. That's America. How do you break the old boys network? How do you break that process? You break the process by trying to get the best people possible in every role you can do, whether it's the new general counsel we hired, who happens to be an African-American woman, whether it happens to be Frank Reich, who is a Caucasian male. Well, time out. Wait a minute. You just hired a white head coach over the interim black head coach who did nothing but really good stuff for you. He took over the whole franchise to me and turned around the football team right before your very eyes after you traded away your best player.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Help me out. And now you're trying to sell that you're the most diverse executive
you turned down the establishment of the good old boy network.
Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't see it.
I don't either.
I know he's trying, and he's trying to spin it in the right direction, and I don't doubt that executive-wise they're heading in a great direction. I get that. But it's hard to justify that comment when you're introducing Frank Reich as your head coach.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I had to make that point.
Good.
Okay.
Good point. I agree with the point that you made, because I like, hold on. You hired Frank Reich and you said you're trying to tear down the establishment of the good old boy network? What that? You just hired one of the boys. But okay.
Okay.
But Skip, I love this pick for the Houston Texans. But like you said, now get a young quarterback to pair with him. Y'all grow together.
Here you go. And it's not going to happen tomorrow or the next day. But again, I believe if you're a Texans fan, I think you're going to see upward mobility here quickly. You're going to see progress. Right?
Because defensively, Skip, they play some good football defensively. Now they just need to get an offense to match that defense.
Yeah. Maybe Lovey'd come back as the coordinator, no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. I think because DeMeco's going to call the defense.
No, I know. But again, this is where you find that you get diluted.
But you got to surround yourself with other good coaches, Skip. That's what you got to do. Ooh. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Okay, but your responsibilities have tripled now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Special teams, you got to hire all the coaches and special teams and offense, defense.
Yeah. Congratulations to him and I think to the Texans.
Yep. Like it. Love it.
It has been a meteoric rise, really, for DeMeco Ryans, guys. It wasn't that long ago he was playing. So to your point about hiring good folks, Shannon, it's going to be more crucial for him than a lot of folks as he gets his footing as a head coach.
Yep.
All right. Where does Tom Brady rank all time across all sports? Let's talk about that in view of his retirement. That's coming up next right here on Undisputed.